Thank you, Madam Chair. I will be opposed to the bill, but I want to be clear that although there's an item impacting my district with the movement of the location of the Veterans Cemetery, I'm having difficulty with language that was discussed yesterday on the floor of the Senate. So you start to observe things. You see when I was supervisor of the county, then Senator Lou Correa was able to craft some funding to the state, to the county of Orange through the VLF, and in 2011, about this time, in a budget bill, SB 89, that funding was taken away from the county of Orange. It was $150 million, and it also affected 4 cities in the county of Riverside that had just recently incorporated, so they lost their VLF revenue as well. So it's interesting how we can switch things after the game has started or everybody's made decisions. We had 4 cities that made decisions to incorporate, and then the rug was pulled out right from underneath them. So it's been kind of interesting to watch some of the activity here because the governor and the legislature, they can do it. You can do a bill, and it doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. You can do it, and I would argue that perhaps SB 89 lacked a lot of respect in class for citizens that had made decisions, and so SB 89 kind of showed up like on a Monday, and it was voted for on a Tuesday, and it had no public discussion. It kind of caught our county off guard. It caught the 4 cities completely off guard. So it was sort of like stealth. It was clever. There was not much debate, and the deal was done, and it was a trailer bill, ironically. So Senator Roth, the good senator from Riverside, has tried every year with a bill to undo that the damage that was done by SB 89, and 4 cities were nearly ready to disincorporate, which is a whole nother topic. And every time he did the bill, it was approved by both houses, and it went to the governor's desk, and the governor vetoed every one of those bills. But this year, when the governor needed a vote, he was willing to reverse his veto and put together a bill, which I protested in budget and fiscal review when it came up, in order to achieve a 2/3 vote to get SB 1 approved. So it was what I would call maybe a costly persuasive action because you could do it. So I'm kind of concerned about changing the rules in the middle of the game. You know, it was done with Proposition 32. I could give a lot of stories of how when something is perceived as not being maybe helpful to one party in this legislature, there are bills that are done to correct it or to offset it. And that's how I'm perceiving this change in a trailer bill to deal with recalls. I see it as an ongoing pattern of trying to address something that had already been in process. So I see the ironies, and I'm sorry that, so at least all my veterans in Orange County know that I'm voting against this, not because I oppose the cemetery movement, but I oppose the gamesmanship. It's clever, it's smart, it's brilliant. I mean, from a political Machiavellian standpoint, bravo. But we've got a lot of people that make decisions, and then for this body to do retroactive changes, I'm having real difficulty with that. I think it's scheming, and I see it ironically as another trailer bill. I mean, my life has been, you know, tilted because of trailer bills out of this this body. And so I'm having trouble with it, Madam Chair.
Yes?
And I just wanted to verbalize that so we could send this to the Bureau of Cannibals as well, to do something different than what you're proposing.